Welcome to another edition of The Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Holmes. Mark, this Box Seat's got me confused. A Friday edition, it's throwing me all out, but it's for a good reason. St Patrick's Day racing here at Ascot.
Yes, welcome to all our viewers. Looking forward to the Friday edition as well. Something different to mix it up. Different time slots, but still some very, very good racing going ahead. It is, of course, a Wednesday card of racing, but on a Friday, really looking forward to it. We'll uncover some winners.
Yeah, there's some really good horses going around. It's almost like you've got the Friday, Saturday card just mixed together and it's done the nice split there. So there are some really nice horses, I think, that will be following out of this meeting. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. The Moogle Rally is at the 3 metres. Perfect conditions, as you can see on screen. Expecting a really fair day of racing. Mark, let's get straight into it. The first event's over 1,000 metres and there's some classy types in this.
Yeah, it is, of course, Adam, but a few returning. One of those is Floyd. Wears the Ganjimi colours, and haven't they been flying at the moment? Let's have a look at it. Winning at Northam back on the 17th of November.
Firm hold of Floyd, just got a little brush there, had to come out to the middle of the track. Combat Legend cut back towards the inside, a length and a half to No Dust on me. Shabaya Crossing followed at the head of the others. La Beyonder at the 200 though, and he goes to work on Floyd, and Floyd races a length in front. Battling away on the inside is Pashmina. Over on the inside, Shabaya Crossing, but the favourite's in absolutely no danger. He sits up on it close to home, and Floyd won it well. Floyd from...
Really good performance there by Floyd, because it was caught 3 wide the trip. Then with the news coming out that the horse was shin-sore straight after as well, you could see it just had a little bit of toughness. Go back to the trials before that, winning by 6.5 lengths over 400 metres and winning by 4 lengths over the 1,000. Now, there is a lot of speed in this race, which may be a bit of an issue, but I just think the horse is going to be too good for them.
Yeah, might just lead all the way. There are a couple of others in this. Cramden's another one that returns. It was quite impressive back on the 1st of November at Bunbury. Led all the way, beat the likes of Dutch Spy. We know what those types of gallopers have come out and done at them. Really looking forward to seeing Molly Clark claim 3 on it, and it'll roll along out in front as well.
It won a trial by 7 lengths, then came out and won, as you mentioned, and Dutch Spy, one of those older horses that we've seen win since as well. So I really do respect those form lines. My only concern is coming in without a trial, still with a horse that's only had the 1 start. I would have liked to have seen it, even if it was just a 400, have a dash out.
And a debutante, a well-bred debutante, a little filly, a full sister to Vega Magic, Vega Dior down the bottom there. Recent trial was good. Trials before that were okay, but she's just working into it nicely. I really like her here for the fact she's got barrier 7. She can balance up from back in the field. And on a day which may suit the horses running on, she can be there in the finish.
She looks a progressive type, doesn't she? You said about the development there. I think she might be a little bit slower compared to a Vega Magic, in the way that she might be a better 3-year-old. But love the way she worked the line quite easy when it was asked in that recent trial by Ryan Hill. We see Stephen Parnham take the ride here. The winkers are on like they were in the trial. If they do go out fast in front, she will be the one making up the ground late. And I'm with you. I think she can play a part in the race. But I'm going to go with number 1, Floyd. From number 3, Snow Lord, 2, Cramden, and 2nd, Vega Dior.
I've got the same numbers, Adam, just in a different order. Number 7 on top for me, Vega Dior. From the 3, Snow Lord, 1, Floyd, and 2, Cramden.
Race number 2 at Ascot. It's an event for the 2-year-olds. It's over 1,200 metres. Now, Mark, I don't think we're going to see any of these play big parts in the Karrakatta and these type of races, but there could be a dainty test in this field. There's a lot of class, and these horses could be the ones that just go around the back door, keep getting some Saturday checks, and just building up that tally nicely.
Yeah, the prize money, as you mentioned there, Adam, potentially the size, something might pop up out of this and be a 1,400 metre horse, but a replay horse is number 3, Pure Gem. Ran second last start. Keep an eye out for Redisona and Rocking Rose down the outside.
On the outside is Countess Natasha, followed further back behind them Infinite Beauty. Media Baron coming at Watch It. Now Royal Strata. It's starting to get a wriggle on, going up near the cutaway. Many hopes though. Pure Gems running on in behind them as well with 100 left to go. On the outside, Countess Natasha, Royal Strata. Look at Pure Gem, but Royal Strata hit the lead, and it'll be too good, Royal Strata. Royal Strata gives the Lemus.
Really good race to take a look at, because you can take a look at the 3 horses that you mentioned. Pure Gem was clearly the one you wanted to be following out of that run. Dan Morton had mentioned that this horse had come on a lot since the trials, and we said it needed to from those trial performances. Love the final 150 metres that horse put in as well. I think from barrier 6 here at the 1,200 metres, getting that extra 100, there's a lot of ticks, especially with the speed in the race. It's going to be really hard to beat. Redisona just needs to jump with him. Simple as that. Has been a bit tardy away and appears to be one pace. Rocking Rose was the interesting one. Of course, put on a bucking show in its first ever race. I thought it was pretty impressive in that race that we just saw then as well, and should be working to the line strongly as well.
Well, in that race and on that day, you did not want to be down the outside and running on too far out on the track, and Redisona and Rocking Rose Rocking Rose actually got into a bumping duel with Redisona, and they came down the outside. Redisona gave up the ghost, but Rocking Rose was very good. We've also got in the race there, Adam, number 4, Money Maher. Now, blinkers go on this galloper first up, out of the Ben Pearce stable, still a colt as well.
Yeah, really like this galloper. Last prep, we saw it lose by 1.5 lengths to Very Angry Girl. We know that Simon Miller has a big opinion of that galloper. Lost by 1.5 to the Shoe. We know that Stephen Miller's got a big opinion of that galloper. Had no blinkers in any of them. No blinkers in the first trial. Blinkers went on the last trial with Elliot Cochran on board. Just sat there, gave it a nice quiet ride. The blinkers are on here. Joey has a party, takes a ride. I'm expecting this horse to put in a really big performance here.
You're on top selections, Adam?
I'm going to go with number 3, Pure Gem, from 4, Money Maher, number 1, El Dilar, and number 6, Athlete.
I've got the same exactor as you, Adam. 3 on top, Pure Gem. From the 4, Money Maher, number 12, Zing Bang Wop, and 14, Rocking Rose.
Race number 3 at Ascot. It's a maiden over the 1,200 metres. And Mark, if you want a race where you just got to get form from absolutely everywhere, this is the one. There's trial form, older horse form, to country form, whatever you want to put together in a race, we've done it here.
Also, if you want an omen bet for St Patrick's Day, we've got number 4, Jack Irish in there. He's a little bit out of form, but our replay horse certainly isn't. He looks very hard to beat. Number 14, Imaginary, running second last start.
Princess Zelda, Natural Justice, and Bobby Boo Boo last of all at the 300, however. And Rock and Roll Rosie kicked 2 in front, led the way clearly. Here comes Imaginary, starting to wind up down the outside, and still coming as well, Flirt's Offence. But Rock and Roll Rosie inside the 100 clear, 1.5 lengths. Imaginary. Pike getting desperate. She's getting desperate, the favourite. They went to the line, lunged, not sure about it. Rock and Roll Rosie.
This for mine was just one of your typical Cerise and White performances. You go back to last prep, we saw her finish 3 lengths behind a horse in Variation, which of course won the Guineas. There was 1,000 metres just too short, simple as that. She was jumping out of the ground late and just couldn't quite get there. An extra 200 metres here, barrier 10, as you said, I think they'll be able to run on nicely. I just see this horse only improving. It was hard to load on that occasion as well. So many boxes get ticked here. There's good speed in the race. I just think we're going to see Cerise and White dominate the race.
And she'll be even better over further. That's the scary thing. She'll probably win over 12 here and be better over 13, 14, 15, 1600 metres. We've also got in the race there, Adam, number 12, Talita, a very interesting runner, Kiwi bred galloper, having its first start in WA after coming from New Zealand. Now it's well bred by Swiss Ace out of an Anabar mare. The recent trial was very sound. You look at the record though, Adam, 14 starts for 7 placings. So she's obviously got a bit of ability, just hasn't been able to crack it in New Zealand, and the move to WA could do with a world of good.
Geez, I like this trial. I liked it a lot. Just the way that Ryan Hill was just able to sit out the back, and then when he said go, she picked him up comfortably, and you can see Hilly just pull back over those final stages going, that's enough. We've seen plenty here. My biggest concern was just the barrier, to be honest. I probably got this horse rated second when looking at it, but you can just see it in a big field, finding a little bit of trouble going back and being stuck there on the inside. Plenty to like about that recent trial, and I think certainly one we'll be keeping an eye on. And
what is a very wide race, Adam, we've also got Prince Western, who was very good behind Another Remark, was second on that occasion. Another Remark just kicked on, and Molly Clark claiming here. Now, she's riding in outstanding form and could actually turn into a positive. I know a lot of the time when we see an apprentice on, we have to think twice, but Molly Clark's riding outstandingly well.
She's going really well, and as you mentioned, from barrier 7 now with only 54 kilos and that race experience on the belt, I think this horse will be very hard to beat. It was a leader's day that day, so Another Remark, as you said, jump, lead, win, do it comfortably as well. So Prince Western, I think one you certainly have to respect in this open field, but I'm going to go with our replay horse, number 14, Imaginary, from 15, Vital Touch, number 7, Jimmy Rapid, and then 12, Talita.
I'm with you, Adam. Number 14 on top, Imaginary, from number 12, Talita, 3, Prince Western, and 1, Victorious Lad.
Race number 4 at Ascot, it's over the 2100 metres, and Mark, unlike the previous race where we were grabbing form lines for everywhere, thankfully most of these went head to head last start. There was one that we remember just bolting out in front, which set up perfectly for the winner.
Yeah, and they're all in this race too, Adam. Trap for Fools, the one you speak of, rolling along out in front, but Kawaja just too strong in the end.
Of the straight, can he keep it going at the 250? Trap for Fool still by 6 lengths. Burning Magic, Dylan Tiro. Down the outside comes Kawaja with his run. Trap for Fools is getting awfully tied with 150 to go. Here comes Kawaja. He's flying on the outside, the post looming. Trap for Fools, Kawaja, Latakia Friars, Kawaja grabbed them on the outside. Kawaja scored. Kawaja.
Exactly what Kawaja probably needed in the end. Something to chase and really work to the line. We've spoken to Sharon Miller, and Jason Whiting's given us a lot of of insight into this horse. Just said it's just dumb. It's as simple as that. It's learning the game, and it's only going to get better with each start. And Jason said after getting off here that even then it still wasn't a great performance, had a lot of improvement to go. I think it's stretching out to the 2100 metres with the confidence from that win. Again, with genuine speed in the race with Trap for Falls in there, I think this horse is going to be very hard to beat.
Number 4, Delantero, comes out of the same race. I really like the way how he found the line. He's one who will look forward to 2100 metres and beyond. And there's another one in there, Grand Cadeau, by Paul Martin. I keep banging on about it. A New Zealand bred stallion. He was a Derby winner over in Europe, and that's in England rather, and that's 2800 metres. This horse won't get warm until it hits 2100 metres. It's got it now, but it'll want even further in the future.
Well, let's focus on both of those. Grand Cadeau, thankfully we got a nice insight from Stephen Miller when we interviewed him before the pre-race last time. He said this horse is just mad in the head. It's dangerous when it works. It takes a bit of time to get to the track. So every race, this horse is only going to get better. The 2100 metres, as you said on breeding, is a massive tick. We'll see a big improvement here. Number 4, Delantero. I think what you have to do with this horse is just take the price out. A lot of people had on top, and a lot of people saw it at the $2 mark and then go, oh, it's disappointing. The price was ridiculous considering it won a race at Geraldton against, I don't think any of those horses will ever win a race that it beat on that occasion. So now taken on face value, as he said, did a lot of work, still works the line strongly. The 2100 metres is another bonus. Maybe William Pike gives us a bit of a lead by swapping horses, but I think it can certainly play a part in the race.
Yes, and the one William Pike rides is your on-top selection of number 7, Perfect Rose, well bred out of that Antique and Antique Rose family. Gee, the run last start was very good.
Yeah, Class 1, 52 plus race on that occasion around Regal Rogue. Beat Hakuna Matata last prep. That was before Hakuna Matata found all of this form as well, that must be said. But I just think it's going to get a lovely run into the race, and we'll really appreciate the 2100 metres as well. But there's a lot that will improve dramatically in the race with a step up in distance. 7, Perfect Rose for me. From 2, Kawaja. Number 4, Delantero. And 12, Joyous Affair.
I've got number 4 on top here, Delantero. From the 1, Grand Cadeau. 7, Perfect Rose. And 12, Joyous Affair.